Have you ever watched a movie that had a really good promising trailer? In about 20-30 minutes, I'll say a good 30 minutes in, the movie delivers exactly what you expected. Trash. It delivered bad acting, poor quality. If they're speaking another language, it was super obvious. It was just like not a good movie. To none of your standards, it was just not a good movie. Has that ever happened to you? All right. Except you continue watching the next hour and a half or hour, whatever, however long the movie is, you continue watching it just to see what's going to happen, although you've been disappointed the first 30 minutes. Why is that? Why did you waste an hour and a half to 2 hours of your valuable, precious time on something that had already showed you it wasn't even worth it? It was not, it had no appeal to you. It was not entertaining, at the least. It wasn't funny, but it had your favorite actor, but it still wasn't funny. Like, it didn't produce any type of emotions that move you into thinking this was a worthwhile watch. It's not that every single form of entertainment is going to satisfy and check all of your boxes, but like, you knew that movie sucked, right? But you continue watching it. Does that make any sense? Like, truthfully, does that make any sense? No. You do that same thing with other things in your life. Like, you know something isn't a good idea. Your intuition, a pattern you recognize, told you that doing this was not a good idea. It wasn't going to be what you expected. You knew that the person that you were involving yourself with isn't trustworthy, isn't reliable, isn't credible, or lacks a skill set that you need. But for some reason, you wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. You wanted to try longer. You wanted to invest more into the experience, hoping that maybe it could have a different outcome, even though you were 100% sure that this was not going to work. And you repeated it, you knew it, but you just stayed because you had invested that 30 minutes of watching that movie in the beginning, or you had invested that time or the idea in the beginning. So you wanted to at least see it through so you could have a full observation of what it was going to bring about. Okay, so when people talk about delulu, right, being delusional, in one way they're talking about be delusional, have your goals, and even though you don't see it, you need to believe it first. This is the other side, right? This is you being delusional. This is you expecting something to change when you have already seen the patterns or the clues or had the intuition or really the actual information that told you that this wasn't a good idea. So you have to change that. You cannot continue forward with this mindset that something that has already shown you that isn't good is going to get better, and you're still doing the same thing. You're still sitting there watching the same train wreck. Experience isn't going to change if you just stay there. Okay, so why do we do this in our everyday life? What is the explanation around it? Why are we always trying to get more out of what we invest? Baby, when you squeeze the lemon and the last drop of juice came out, there is no more lemon juice left, and you're still steady there squeezing to get one more drop. That extra drop is probably going to make 0% change or difference, okay, in comparison to the effort that you put into it. So you can save yourself all the drama for that one unnecessary drop or the dried up lemon that has no more drops, and move forward. You see, we got to get used to moving forward. Moving forward is just this thing where I don't know, it's like we're so addicted to making something work that moving forward seems like it's not an option. Moving forward is always an option. Back to the example about the movie. Instead of just saying you're not going to watch another movie after the 30 minutes showed you that this was not going to be a good movie, quitting would be, I'm cutting the TV off, no movies. But if you had planned movie night, you want to watch a movie, guess what you could do? Find another one, right? This is called pivoting. In your real life, this will be pivoting, right? You've tried something. The evidence early on showed you it's not going to work. And I know a lot of people say you got to stay, you have to stay. But sometimes you got to change the pieces. Sometimes you have to change the technique. Sometimes you have to change the strategy. The goal will still be met, but you're going to just go for it in a different way, right? For me, that was trying something out with my YouTube channel. I was trying to dabble into YouTube shorts, dabble out long form videos. And if you are interested in building a YouTube channel, the viewers that view your long form videos are likely not the same type of viewer that views your long form videos, right? And there's nothing bad about either. Those are just two different types of viewers. So you're creating for these two types. So there is a strategy that I'm learning that you utilize. Because if you're just throwing stuff at the wall with no strategy, you're never learning, then you just keep getting the same results. But instead of quitting, I started using the strategy that I've been learning from people who are successful, okay? Because we are going to continue to use point of references that make sense, someone who's done it before as our reference to learn. And in that way, I'm not completely abandoning what I invested in, but I'm not going to go the route that I was going, which would be a dead end. So you have to get comfortable with moving forward, making that decision instantly. The moment you know this is not working for me, it may have worked for other people. This is not the movie for me. This is not the experience that I want to experience for my life, in my life. Okay. And then you pivot by moving forward with something different. The goal is still the goal, but you're going to, instead of leaping there, you're going to pirouette there. Right? Instead of rollerblading there, you're going to use quad skates to get there. But nonetheless, you're going to get there. So disinvest your valuable, precious time by clocking things earlier, right? And moving forward. Just because you spent enough time in a relationship that you know this is the best that it can get, which is at best mediocre, you're going to stay in that relationship forever because you've invested 10, 20, 30 years of your life? What? Heck to the no. If the best it can get is barely mediocre, the only way you'll stay is if you think that's what you deserve. And if you think that's what you deserve, that's the best that you can get, then that's the experience you will have. All right? So choose the experience you want to have by moving forward sooner, pivoting sooner, and not delaying that pivot simply because you invested a certain amount of time. So in real life, how do you do that? So say for instance, you started a business, right? You started a business, your first product was a physical product, right? You sourced the product, you built relationships with the factory owner, like the salesperson. You really put your all into it. But the market shows you that there was no market and no one wanted that product, or very few people wanted that product, or that product was so niche that it would not be something that would be able to sustain the lifestyle, and you would just have to always come up with new products, right? You figured that out in the first 6 months, right? So you got your product shipped, delivered to you, you got the market going, and you had very few, little to no sales, or a low amount of sales in comparison to what you invested. Now you can push this in addition to the few amount of sales you had. The reviews showed you exactly what it was. You know, it was a waste of money, right? It was a good product if you like this type of thing, but you know, it didn't work out for us, whatever the case is. Now you could be person A who chooses, okay, well, I need to put more money behind marketing and ads. I need to get in more vending opportunities. I need to spend more money to use better materials, blah, 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 right? And you can do that. And I'm not saying that business won't be successful, but you can do that and invest more time, invest more money into making a product that people have already, the data has already shown that is not something that people want or need. And so you'll have to work extremely hard to convince people to get something that they don't see a transformation with, right? That's person A. They chose that route, right? Or you can be person B that takes the feedback, all right? If you know the customer's email or phone number, set up a call, figure out why they purchased it. Was it the wrong price point? What would they improve about it? And get, you know, that feedback, direct feedback, and then pivot. And you come to realize that product is not the product that's going to be your moonshine. But it was a stepping stone. You learned how to do everything you need to do to get to the next thing. Person A or person B is going to both, and honestly, I believe in everybody. Say they're both going to be successful, but this person gets there sooner, or whatever the case is. Case in point, you choose which person you're going to be by the decisions that you make on a day-to-day basis, right? So what value are you adding or creating on a day-to-day basis? By investing in things that have clearly shown you is worthless, or investing in things, seeing the data, and then pivoting so you can move forward. It's all a choice. Everything is up to you. There's no perfect way to do anything, but I'm going to bet on the fact that you decided to move forward sooner than later. and that got you to where you wanted to go. And if you're interested in mindset mastery transformation, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're interested in building more momentum in your life. Thank you so much for watching today's video. In the meantime, in between time, my name is Spivey J, and I really do hope you have a beautiful day. And please stop watching movies that suck in the first 20 minutes. I don't care how much time you spent investing on watching those first 20 minutes. The movie's gonna move on. All right, peace.